Yo, we back here. I think I'll be back here for a minute. Maybe ever. I started off thinking I want to do them consistently. Because I don't know. But I'm back again. It's been like a week and a half since the last one. And this time I'm a little more organized. I got a list of shit that I'm trying to talk about. And yeah, we just gonna go through it. I feel like some more updates, more things I'm confused on that I want to get out there so I can work on them while they're just out there instead of just sitting with them. So like a couple things that I've seen in my life since the last time that have stuck with me and that I've been thinking about. The first one is a saying from Friedrich Nietzsche. It was, "In learning hate, one forgets charm." I feel like that has definitely applied to me recently because, like, a lot of today's culture and bonding with other people is hate and putting other people down. Like, you see someone doing something stupid and you give your friend a little side eye and you're like, just looking at him and you both bond together, which is good, but it's over putting somebody else down. And I feel like trying too hard has become not normal. Putting your effort into things, like say you're an upcoming artist, putting all of your effort and all your emotions into what you're making would get you looked at funny by people today, which I think is stupid, but that is how it kind of is working. And it's like, we do forget charm because you learn once you do that to everybody, you're just hating and hating and hating and hating. And let's say you talk to somebody that you like, opposite gender. What you gonna bond about? You gonna be an asshole? You gonna start putting other people down? What if that's her friend? What if that's his friend? You forget charm the more hate that you learn. It's like you can hold both, but you can hold 50-50, you can hold 75-25. You can't hold 100% hate and use that to bond with others and then still have charm to connect with people that you don't already know that aren't on the same things that you're on. So I thought that quote was especially like applicable for today, in today's society, because I be seeing people, and I catch myself doing it sometimes. I'm not above it. I'll see somebody, even with the effort and putting their all towards it, I'll see someone trying as hard as they can in basketball. I'm like, yo, what's this nigga doing? That nigga's just trying to play basketball. He's trying to better himself. He's trying to have fun, show his friends how hard that he's worked, and be good at something that he enjoys. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I've been struggling with forgiveness too recently. Like, I know good people can do bad things. I want to consider myself a good person. I'm not the best judge of deciding if I'm a good person. But I know I still try to be a good person, regardless of some bad things I've done. Like, I'm not perfect. I don't think anybody's perfect. But recently I've been having trouble forgiving people for the bad things they've done. But to be fair, recently, not like making it easier for myself, like forgiving myself to more understand where I'm coming from. The people I've been around recently have been really shitty. Like, I'm not gonna get into any details. I'll go into one situation, no names or anything. But he's been on the hating thing, trying to bond with other people. And I think he's lost all of his charm. I think that this guy that I haven't even been associating with that much recently, like I just ignore him now, has gone so far down into the realm of hate that he doesn't have anything else to bond with people about. So he'll go from hating on somebody and looking towards his friend or looking towards me to like connect with it. Then that person starts talking and he'll turn on the next person to bond with them. Like, that's all he got. I can walk up to this guy and know with certainty what to expect from him, and it's hate, which is I really dislike. And that's why I haven't been associating with them recently. I've been cutting a lot of people off. And I don't like it because I feel like, it's losing people. I'm about to go to college. And I don't want to lose all these people in my life that I've looked up to at some points in my life. But it's outrageous to me how much hate that person can hold and how I think he's lost his charm and his hate. And it does sadden me. A lot of people, I need to be more forgiving, I know. I definitely do need to be more forgiving, but some of these people just do stuff that I just can't see. Because I know them. They're my friends. I've been around them for a while, so I know they're smart people. I know they're not stupid. So I know that when you walk into this situation, you're smart enough to assess what's going on. So making the action or the choice that you chose to make was malicious. There was bad intent in it because I know you're smart enough to know the effect it would have on other people. Because I don't associate myself, I don't keep myself around people that are too stupid to realize that. So it makes it harder for me to forgive them because they don't, they do know what's going on. They do know that what they're going to do is bad. It's fucked up. And they do it regardless. And that makes me hate somebody. That's something that even I won't go past. I'm sure I have before. And I'm sure it's not a place beyond forgiveness, which is what I need to work on, forgiving people. These are all, either experiences from my life, or I've been reading Beyond Good and Evil by Friedrich Nietzsche. This is another one from his book I read. It was during peaceful times, the militant man will attack himself, which is something I feel like I've also been experiencing lately. It's like I've had 3 days off work in a row, and I haven't done everything on all those days, and I have a lot of downtime where I'm just in my bedroom, just doing nothing. And it makes me feel crazy because I like doing stuff so much that everything I have done, which is very limited for a day like today, I went to school. I left school early because I was so irritated at these niggas for being just pieces of shit. That I left school and I'm like, alright, I need something to do to get my mind off it. I go to the gym. I'm there for 2 hours. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to hit my cardio at the gym. I go hoop for a little. I'm back home. It's 2 o'clock. I got the rest of the day I got nothing to do. And it's just I'm just in my head feeling like a piece of shit. And then I've been trying to cut down a little more for the summer. But I'm just sitting around here doing nothing, sleeping, eating. I feel like a fat fuck just rotting when I got nothing to do. Which I guess not in a way that it's good, the way I think about it, but it's like an indicator species, and it's an indication that I am doing good when I'm outside, but I want to be able to do good when I'm inside too. When I'm out doing stuff, I'm doing what's good for me, because when I'm in here, I'm noticing that I'm not moving forward enough. I'm not being 1% better every day. I'm on the same, I feel like I'm going backwards. So, for anyone else that has experienced that, I guess it in itself is a bad thing, but it is an indicator that you're making healthy choices outside of when you're just left with your own thoughts. All right, I got 2 more things left on my list today. Another one, this was coined by Nietzsche, but it's a Latin phrase. It's Amor, Fati. I've always loved the phrase memento mori. Remember, you must die. Remember death, because we have a limited time in this world. That's what makes our lives beautiful, and we should use it to its fullest extent because it's limited. We don't just get to live forever. Otherwise, nothing would be special. But that's why I love memento mori. I've always wanted to get a tattoo on my shoulder about it. But this one is different. This one's Amor Fati. This one is love fate, a quote I've recently discovered. It means love everything that happens to you as it was meant to happen to you. So it can go alongside Memento Mori saying, like, listen, you have a limited amount of experiences. Enjoy every experience. Love what happens to you, even if it's bad. But also, it's like, what happens to you specifically was meant to happen to you specifically. Like, it's fate. I'm not a huge fate person, but I do think fate exists in every aspect of our lives. I'm not like you can predict how you're gonna die. This is your fate type of fate. It's like, this is good things are meant to happen to good people, and bad things generally happen to bad people. It's not like a set list, because I know good things happen to bad people and bad things happen to good people. It's not always set like that, but I do think there's some sort of karma and some association with it. But that's what I have about Amor, Fati, which kind of blends into good things happening to good people, fate, divine, just divinity in general. And if there is a divinity, I've always been a Christian my whole life. I'm throwing the hat back on for this one. It's a hat conversation. I've always been a strong Christian my whole life. I believe in the Bible. I believe in Jesus. I believe in God. And I've been seeing a lot of dispute between Christians and non-Christians recently over Christians trying to spread the gospel, which I think is good. But usually, it's in a bad way of doing it. If you're trying to bring somebody over to the side of religion, you can't use religion to bring them over there. You have to meet them on their grounds, because they don't agree with anything you're saying to start off. So if they don't believe in the Bible, they don't believe what the Bible is telling is true, you can't start pulling out scriptures and pulling out quotes from the Bible to convince them that essentially that the Bible is real. You have to meet them at a plane where they can understand. So for me personally, I haven't even finished the Bible. I'm like 7/8 of the way through. I'm almost there. So I'm not really fully equipped. So I usually don't speak out of I don't usually speak out of the britches. Speak beyond what I'm capable of. Speak beyond my knowledge, because that makes you look stupid and that's just ignorant. But when I do have these conversations, like with friends, the things I usually bring up are just my personal experience. I've been at some lows and I've been at some highs, and I noticed that when I turn myself around and I start acting towards the betterment of my species and my community, even if it's against my own survival instincts, things usually turn around for me. And even if you're giving something away from yourself to give to another person, that is against your survival instincts. Like, that's not the creature in you trying to survive. That is something else. That's morality that I feel like was implanted by a sovereign being into us. Because if we were just straight animals trying to survive, we wouldn't give to other people. Like, if you were hungry, even if you were my enemy, and I gave you food, that's giving food away from myself to help you. Like, that's lowering my chances of survival. But it's installed in me to want to do that, which is morality, which means, to me at least, that there's something in us beyond survival, beyond science, and that was installed into us by a sovereign being, because I feel like we all have a sense of morality, which is installed either through the teachings of others or at birth, nature versus nurture. But that's a whole different video. I'm trying to round this one out. I try to keep them around 10 minutes. I'm already at 14. But yeah, that's the update. Those are some things I wanted to get out there that have been on my mind, that have interested me specifically lately. I hope anyone sees this, I don't know, it just makes them think a little bit about a bigger picture than I feel like most people live. There's nothing wrong with living a small picture, living your own life. But the more people that live a bigger picture, the more people that take steps to bring our society towards being better, by the time they leave it, it'll just keep getting better generation by generation, and eventually we'll have the world that we want our kids to live in. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.